Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Hey, it's Monday. Hey, where's that opening music? There it is. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Film Junkee Live on your Monday, August 8th. How's everybody doing out there, huh? We doing good, huh? We got so much to talk about. Holy crap. Seems like it's just like, oh, show full of controversy, which I guess can be fun. Can definitely be fun. How's everybody doing out there? All right. Make sure you guys smash that like, thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're a member if you want to be, part of the Film Junkee family. Do that. Share the live stream if you could too on your various social media. Follow me on the various social media that is up there, Patreon, all that stuff like that. How's everybody doing out there? We got Austin right here. Yes, release the haircut needs more numbers. Yes, what he said. What he said. Well, I see you caught up on everything today. Thank you there, Jay. I appreciate that. What's going on, Ryan? Good to see you. Selena, how's it going? Happy Lionsgate. Protect your manifestations if you did any today. What she said too. Let's go. Mr. Clue, good talking to you for a brief moment on the Patreon stream. Yes, that's right. We got Selena. We got Stephanie. What's going on? Yeah, seems like it doesn't. Seems like it doesn't. What's going on, Phil? We got Brian right here too. Good to see you. JD McRae, what is happening? There's Mama Film Junkie. How you doing, Mom? Hopefully you're having a good time. Mama Film Junkie's birthday was on Saturday, so wish her a belated happy birthday if you have not already. Abram, what is happening? Yeah, there's some people that tweeted some interesting things that happened, for sure. Yeah, I think we all are a little bit worried, that's for sure. M Enterprises, what's up? We got Eric right here. Always good to see you, buddy. I know, make it stop, make it stop, make it stop. Hank Hills. Barry, what's up? All right, we got Niall right here. Good to see you. Hey, there's Jose right there. Yeah, hashtag free Ezra. My God. Jeez. It's never ending. It really isn't. But hey, what can you do? All right, we got Mr. Vega right here. Always good. Oh, thank you. I don't know. Well, what are you thinking there, Jacob? Come on, man. Get with it. Get with it. Get with it. Get with it. All right. Who else we got here? We got Rerum. How's it going? We got Kenneth. What's happening? Jade. How's it going? And then anybody else? All right. I think that's pretty much it right there. Cool. All right. So thank you guys for joining. Of course, again, smash that like, thumbs up, share too. That helps. That helps. It definitely helps. But hopefully you guys had a good weekend, everything. So yeah, and like I said, Mama Film Junkie, she had her birthday. She turned, 37 or something like that. I don't know. She's still very young. Cheers. And then, of course, cheers to Mom. She's, of course, in Montana right now, so we haven't been able to celebrate, but we will when she gets back. So cheers, guys. Got that Monday wine happening. Again, the corn guy is showing up. I hear his little horn right there. My God. It's like he knows that I'm like going live right now. So hey, let's do all that. And there you go. Don't worry, I see you, Nikki. There you go. There's Nikki right there. Yes, I see ya. Captain Gator Girl. Sorry about that. And then let's see who else we got. Darth right here. Darth Drip. Yep. So there you go. Yeah, what the hell? I know. Apparently, I don't know if you hear the horn from my microphone, but I hear it, and it's very distracting. Like, why? Six o'clock? And what's funny is like it's about to like storm outside. There's like all these clouds over here. We're about to have like a little monsoon. Hopefully that doesn't affect the stream at all. But my God, it's just like, what is going on? I know the corn's good. I get it. But why right now? Why? Right when I'm going live, I tell you. So I don't know what's going on. But there he goes. He also like has like slushy stuff and whatever. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys had a good weekend. I had a good weekend, a Predator type weekend. Stayed home this weekend, and it was got some things done that I wanted to get done. Like cleaning my place and stuff like that. You always got to do that. And sometimes it's like, yeah, it's been a little bit. I should probably really deep clean the apartment right now. So. Definitely did that. And then, of course, it was a Predator-type weekend. Watched Prey, then watched Predator 1 and 2, and it was absolutely fantastic. So, all right. But anyways, let's get to it right away because always the Monday show is always busy. So here we go. Let's start off with a little bit of a bang right here. Let's start off with Mr. Zack Snyder directing. A young Zack Snyder directing a Michael Jordan, a 24-year-old Zack Snyder. Have you guys seen this right here? Look at that stud. Look at that stud. Look at that energy. That's right. This is getting passed around right here.
Here we go.
Directing him right there. You gotta love it. I probably can't show too much of that, or I'll get a little copyright. But whatever. But yeah, that was. I saw that on my feed, and I was like, cool. I like it. So. And then we got right here, of course, we got Mr. Adil Arbi, who posted this right here, this behind-the-scenes image right here, which, of course, I did a little YouTube short, which I'm sure you guys saw, because I couldn't help but make fun. You have to make fun of the situation, right? You have to make fun of it. But, yeah, there's the full shot right here. Kind of makes you wonder, how much more are they going to post when it comes to this canceled Batgirl movie? It's going to be interesting. Going to be very interesting. So, and then we'll talk about that. And of course, on Friday was the 6-year anniversary of Suicide Squad coming out, but we didn't get the proper one that came out. That's for sure. And then, of course, the Batgirl directors showing like, hey, Kevin Feige, here we go. Kevin Feige emailing him because Kevin Feige, he did it to Pat. Hey, hopefully you're doing the same thing when it comes to your VFX houses. I'm just saying. But, Kevin Feige apparently reached out to the directing duo to be like, hey, yeah, good on him. Good on him for doing that because obviously they directed some episodes for Ms. Marvel. But, yes, Feige coming in right there. Here's a pretty cool little art right here for Release the Ayer cut. You got to love that. And, of course, I saw Bullet Train. Hopefully, you guys saw my first reaction. There's some clips. We got VOT International, of course, kind of making fun of what happened last week when it came to Warner Brothers Discovery, talking about all their stuff. VOT is bringing your streaming together in one fairly easy-to-use app. VTV Plus, VNN Plus, and VSN Plus are now part of VOT Plus Plus. It's Plus Plus. For only an additional $29.99 per month, rewatch Dawn of the Seven with the guys, dive into property flippers with the gals, plus more. I'm telling you, they are doing it right. They are definitely doing it right. Got all that. Hey, here's a cute little Dalmatian right here that's doing a little sneak attack with a ball in his mouth. If anybody needed something for a Monday, here's just ultimate cuteness. Then he drops it. And then what does he do? Bam! There you go. Aww. Just ultimate cuteness right there. We got Debbie Snyder posting on Vero. A very beautiful shot. Look at that sky right there, man. Look at that sky. We got Mr. Everett right there. Thank you, sir. Let's reach 100 thumbs up. Let's do it. But, yeah, look at this image right here. Looking pretty beautiful. Even even Miss Debbie knows how to take a picture. It runs in the Snyder family. They know how to take beautiful images right there. And, of course, that's about last night when it comes to, I don't know, I guess maybe the set of Rebel Moon. I'm guessing so. We got Ray Fisher right here calling out Mr. Walter Hamada. Walter Hamada feigning outrage and pretending to quit a job he knows he's being replaced. That is quite a vibe, yes. And we'll talk more about Mr. Hamada, that cocksucker. Yeah, you know, that guy. We got Ivory Aquino, Aquino, if I'm saying that right, who's going to be the bestie of Babs, posting some images right here saying, thank you for the outpouring. Love Batgirl fam. Our time in Glasgow was filled with lots of laughter, joy, love, passion, and dedication from the amazing crew and close-knit cast, all sharing a desire to create something for you all to enjoy. So there's some stuff right there. Look at that. Aw, isn't that adorable? Nice. So... and there she is right there. Some J.K. Simmons right there, too. Who's shocked by this? Oh, my God. I couldn't believe it, guys. I couldn't believe it. Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian broke up. I thought they were gonna make like a big, huge family. They were gonna be in love forever. I did not. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Who the hell cares? And yes, I'm surprised it lasted 9 months. But I was like, yeah, who the fuck thought it was even going to last a year? Jesus Christ. And then, guys, yes, when it came to release the Ayer cut, a little campaign happened, of course, with the 6-year anniversary on Friday. And, right here, I don't know. What was the actual numbers? Somebody tell me, Austin, if you're still out there, tell me what the actual overall numbers that happened on Friday. Because, yes, the numbers for release the Ayer cut, we're getting up there, so a lot of people tweeting it. I probably should have tweeted a little bit more about it, but I try to retweet as much as I when I saw some cool stuff. And yeah, I was just a little busy when it came to during the day, of course. But yeah, released the Ayer cut, trended. I don't know. Yeah, somebody tell me what the actual numbers were. Hi Nighthawk. Hi Steph. How's it going? So yeah, anybody tell me that? But again, we need to get these numbers up, man. Just like what Austin said, is, let's see, over 53 last time I checked, maybe a bit more. Well, this one right here said it was over 54, but I just want to know what the overall, like, Friday into Saturday, so. But yeah, we need to get these, like, into the 100K, man, especially November. November especially. Yes, do that. But a lot of good things were said. Some cool art was shared, and then some other things were also shared too. And there's going to be something else that I'll be talking about later on in my the tweets right here that we'll talk about. So do that. People sharing stuff like this. Shot right there. It's a beautiful shot. I like it. And then Mr. Dan Trachtenberg, of course, who just released Prey, who directed Prey. And a movie that should have very much been released in the theaters, but I get why they didn't do it. But this is what he had to say back in 2013. So I've seen Man of Steel. It's the Superman movie that always should have been. It's human and heartfelt, visceral and exciting. Anybody need hey? Warner Brothers Discovery, we're going to be talking about Henry Cavill and you giving him another movie. I think we have a director right here that could possibly take on that movie. Yes. Dan Trachtenberg. I would from his filmography, yes, I would definitely like to see him maybe take a little stab at a Superman movie right here with Henry Cavill. Why not? So, yeah, I'm liking it. So, why not? Why not? We got that. Happy anniversary over the weekend and stuff like that when it came to The Sixth Sense and Collateral, which I love. We got our official image of Mr. Charlie Cox in the new Daredevil costume that has a little bit of that gold in there. It looks relatively like it did in Netflix. And, of course, he's going to be showing up in She-Hulk, which pretty much is the only reason why that I'm excited for She-Hulk, I will say. I'll give it a chance, but, I just want to see Charlie Cox back in the Daredevil costume. And they released this official image right here. It kind of, gives you a better, clearer look at what he's going to look like. And I dig it. So, hey, he's back. That's all that matters. With all the Top Gun Maverick and all the big movies that came out this summer, let's not forget that Black Phone. Look at Black Phone. It's made so much money just for being like a little horror thriller movie. I love that that's the case right there. The fact that it's made $145 million worldwide with an $18 million budget, that's what we love to see. That's what we love to see. Now, I wish I could say that it's an original, it's a full-on original movie, but it's not. It's based off some Stephen King stuff. But, but at the same time, it's still a horror thriller that is making a shit ton of money. When you talk about that budget versus what it's bringing in the box office, got to love that. Really got to love that. I like the Steven Spielberg poster right here, showing the various films that he's made and touched our hearts with right there. I swear, look at all that. Just so much. So really cool poster. I would love this poster on my wall right there, man. Love it. Love it. And yes, guys, Mr. Scoopy Pants, of course, talked about this, which we'll talk about, of course, when we get to that title. Mr. Robert Meyer Burnett, he had a good tweet right here. When it comes to what they should do, when it comes to the 10-year plan, DC's 10-year plan should obviously culminate with Kingdom Come. And yeah, retain Affleck, Godot, Momoa, Cavill, Park, and yes, Miller. You're welcome. Yeah. I've said this before too. They should do a Kingdom Come movie sometime, because it's like, why not? And just have these actors still be there, and even if we have to age them a little bit to make them look, put some little frost in Cavill's hair, and do all that stuff. Yeah, they already put frost in Affleck's hair, but yeah, why not? That would be sweet. Directed by Zack Snyder. Anyways, and then of course, The Iron Giant was released on the 6th, 23 years ago. Let's see. And of course, Vera Farmiga, she had her birthday over the weekend. And then of course, here's a little video with Michael Mann. That's cool. There's my first reaction for Prey, which I really enjoyed. And hey, the success of Prey. Let's not forget about Kevin Peter Hall, who came in and did the first Predator movie, who was in that very hot costume in the hot desert. Good on him. Remember, fun fact, if nobody knew this, the very first Predator, the actor who was in the Predator costume when they started shooting at first, was Jean-Claude Van Damme. Crazy. Yeah, look it up. Jean-Claude Van Damme was the original guy in the Predator costume. But when things kind of was starting to get a little wonky with the production, he was like, fuck this, I'm out. So, but good on Kevin Peter Hall for being a great Predator. This made me laugh right here. Apparently this woman's baby, yeah, very much looks like Woody Harrelson. This went viral. This went fucking viral because, yes, that looks like Woody Harrelson. My God. And Woody Harrelson even responded, which is great. So, but yeah, that went viral, and I was like, wow, that just made me laugh. That made me laugh a lot. Kevin Smith. So with all the things that have been cut when it comes to Warner Brothers Discovery, another thing that was cut was Strange Adventures, which Kevin Smith was, of course, going to be heading. And one of the things that he mentioned was the fact that he was thinking about bringing Nicolas Cage to be Bizarro. He adds that they were eyeing Nicolas Cage to play Bizarro. That's right, Bizarro. I was going to be Bizarro because why not? It's Nicolas fucking Cage. But yes, Strange Adventures, which was announced, it was going to be animated apparently from Kevin Smith, was going to be something that was going to be on HBO Max. It got axed as well, which kind of makes me sad because, it was essentially, I guess, going to be like a kind of a what if, I don't know. Not really, but it was going to be something interesting, I thought, when they announced it, but that's going to be canceled. And yeah, Kevin Smith he also was trending over the weekend as well when it came to his thoughts on the whole Batgirl being canceled. And of course, the headlines was like, yeah, it doesn't look good. The whole optics doesn't look good with the fact that it's like, yeah, you have a Latina Batgirl that got canceled. It's all that kind of stuff, which of course we've all been saying that, yeah, the optics don't look good, but I don't think David Zaslav gives a shit because there's just so many other factors that they were looking at. But, we'll talk about it a little bit more, of course, later on in the show. So, but yeah, it would have been interesting to see that. And then look at this handsome devil right there. Good little, just that suit, man. That suit is just something. Something right there. Just very much something. Love it. And then Elon Musk, I don't know about you guys, but when Elon Musk posted this image right here, talking about AI Day Part 2, and then being on September 30th, I immediately heard dun, dun. I heard the Westworld theme song play in my head. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else did, but that's what I heard. I'm still catching up on Westworld. I'm about 3 episodes away from catching up. I'm in season 4 right now. But yes, I love that theme song. I love the opening. I never skip it. I'm one of those. I don't skip it. But yeah, when I saw this, I was like, Jesus Christ, Westworld much? What is happening? I think Elon Musk is probably a robot for all we know. I don't know. Anyways, then we got all that. This is cool. James Hetfield. Yes, I like it. People are trying to cancel Metallica right now, by the way. Yeah, good old, the new generation's trying to cancel Metallica over on TikTok with, the whole Eddie Munson thing. But they're trying to pull up all this old stuff, where they were like, kind of joking around about things and just being ridiculous and stupid and whatever. But yeah, they were trying to cancel Metallica. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck trying to cancel Metallica. Sure. We'll see if that works. And then this was interesting, guys. Rosario Dawson was at C2E22. What is it? C2E2. And she dropped this right here. And, hey, there you go. Welcome. Hey, Mr. Ping Pong Flicks. Chris Wong Swenson here, guys. We got a celebrity in the house. What's going on, Mr. Chris? Love to see ya. But this is what Rosario Dawson was talking about right here over the weekend that made the rounds because we're like, wait a minute, we're going to get Jon Bernthal back as the Punisher? Maybe.
I hadn't heard that announcement, but I found out yesterday that the Punisher was happening again. So I feel like it's my second chance because it was the only one of the shows that I wasn't in, and I love Jon Bernthal. So let's all make it happen collectively, guys.
There you go. We like that. We want to see more Bernthal Punisher. But then, that was making the rounds, and of course, he was making the headlines, and people were like, oh my God, she just confirmed that the Punisher is coming over to Disney Plus with Jon Bernthal, and everybody was freaking out, like, yes! And then she took to Twitter, like, the next day and went, hey, I was just hearing from a fan. I'm not a credible source. It wasn't a credible source. I'm sorry. So she had to backpedal a little bit. So it hasn't been confirmed yet. But, I mean, we're hoping for that. We got Charlie Cox back as Daredevil. Sounds like what's-her-name's coming back for Jessica Jones. And God knows who else is going to be coming back. But I think when it comes to Jon Bernthal coming back as Punisher, I think they'll be like, yeah, we got to bring him back. Why not? He was a great Punisher. I just worry about, being on Disney Plus and not being like as it once was. That's what I'm hoping for. So we'll see what happens when it comes to this. I'm sure it's going to happen, but yeah, she heard it from a fan and she was like, yes, heard it from a friend who. Sorry, I just started, I don't know why that song hit my brain, but that's what's happening. It's not but anyway, so there you go. There you go. And, we'll see what happens. Hopefully they announce something like that soon. Thank you, Mr. Justin. Missed C2E2 here in Chicago. Good, cool stuff. I'm sure it was. And then happy birthday over the weekend, Mr. Director Andy Muschietti of The Flash wishes composer Benjamin Wallfish a very happy birthday. So we reposted this video right here, playing piano. So this is why I'm still like, I want The Flash to happen. It just seems like these people are having fun and having a good time, and you don't want their movie taken away from them. No movie taken away from them. Andy Muschietti, talented man, can play piano. And then, of course, everybody's looking at that background image right there. Like, what is happening? It looks like that's the second Barry back there. I know they moved it really fast. You can't see him. But yeah, there's an image right there of Ezra, like right there. Yeah, that's a good. Let's bring it back just a little bit. Yeah, you can see his eyeball right there. But yeah, so a lot of people were zeroing in on that. So yeah, good times. Got Paul Hardy right there showing off some of this cool stuff. Yeah, look at that hairy chest right there. Good old Kingpin. The Riddler right here drawing. That's right. From, of course, we got Mr. John Glover right there. We got this cool little poster for Top Gun Maverick. I would like this on my wall. I like it very much. An exclusive collector's print by artist Doaley. If I'm saying that right, I don't know, but it's a good image. It's a good image right there. And then according to Mr. RPK, the Constantine series is already casting supporting roles. So apparently that has not been axed. People have been wondering about that. And then just to make things even more questionable, Mr. Eric Davis talked about how he interviews all, the people that are coming up in movies. And hey, August Idris Elba owns August right now. So when it comes to the question of like, hey, guess what? We're, is there going to be more from you with Marvel or DC? What is happening, Idris? And apparently, according to Idris, he says that he's working on a new project for DC. And he said it was like fairly big. And so, okay, Bloodsport coming back. We all want Bloodsport to come back. It'd be awesome if he got his own series. I mean, when they announced Peacemaker was getting a series, a lot of us went like, Bloodsport was right there. Why are you doing Peacemaker? But then a lot of us came around, and I really enjoyed Peacemaker and looking forward to season 2. But at the same time, I would like to see more Idris Elba because it's Idris fucking Elba. I'd like to see more of his character. And a lot of us were kind of going like, man, imagine a movie where he and Deadshot teamed up together to do some crazy like hitman assassin movie. That would be insane. That would be something pretty cool. Of course, with all the Will Smith drama, a lot of people are kind of going, is he ever going to even come back to certain things? But, hopefully that could be something because that would be pretty sweet. Can you imagine? Bloodsport, Deadshot, team up, movie, series, whatever the fuck. I don't know. Something. That would be pretty cool. Idris Elba, Will Smith together. I think that's kind of almost like a no-brainer, but at the same time, it's like, all right, can you do it for a cheap price? Obviously. But, apparently that's what's going on. I know James Gunn is still very much working on things. It's probably going to have, obviously, something to do with James Gunn. So, we'll see. And the people who... Remember, the other thing that got canceled by Warner Brothers Discovery was also Scoob, Holiday Haunt, which was canceled, but apparently they still recorded the score for the film yesterday. This was on the 6th, as the stage and the musicians had already been bought. So yeah, they apparently, even though the movie is canceled, they said, fuck it, let's play some music. So this is what happened on Saturday. So what do you do when the movie is canceled, but you've already paid for the stage and the musicians? You record the damn score. Hopefully they release the score. That'd be pretty sweet. But yeah, that's what happened. They said, fuck all, whatever. And then we got another from Rudy A.O. right here. A little shot, a little painting type of Henry Cavill-ness right there, which looks pretty badass. We got Mr. Aquaman right here, who apparently was on a flight and was handing out, of course, he's trying to get everybody off of the plastic bottles of water right there. And he was going around handing his water company that have it in the aluminum cans, the aluminum bottles. He was handing them out to people. And basically in Hawaiian Airlines. But yeah, look at him. Look at that face. Look at that smile. Looks like he missed his calling right there, right? It's a good stewardess right there. That'd be pretty crazy if you're just sitting there and all of a sudden fucking Aquaman just starts handing you water. That's pretty cool. So is this right here from Spider Monkey. Mr. Bullseye right here. Gotta like it. And then we have some images right here. I don't know if you guys saw this. This was happening over the weekend too, but we have some photos right here of Miss Anya Taylor-Joy as Furiosa right there with longer hair, dark hair, and then of course wearing that green glove right there that of course she's already lost her arm. So, but we're actually going to see her with hair. I guarantee you we're going to probably see her head being shaved, Thank you, Mr. Callie right there. For sure going to be Bloodsport series. He's the type of character Gunn thrives on. Second, third, fourth tier character means less pressure to get it right. Gunn said there was more potential with those. I agree with that, sir. And thank you for the $10 super chat. But I love it how they said, like, Anya Taylor-Joy looks unrecognizable. I'm like, no, I can tell it's her. That's not unrecognizable. Just because she's wearing a wig that's dark and is like frizzy doesn't make her unrecognizable. She still looks very recognizable. I'm just saying there, Daily Mail, that she looks recognizable. But yeah, I just like the fact that she's got that green glove on because it's going to take off. Yeah, of course she doesn't look like that. She doesn't look like she's on the red carpet, but my God, she still looks recognizable. Come on, guys. Come on. We'll talk about that. HBO is developing a comedy series called The Franchise about making a superhero film. The pilot is directed by Sam Mendes with Armando Iannucci. Set to exec produce and co-write, the series follows a crew trapped inside the dysfunctional, joyous hellscape of superhero movie making. Wait a minute, is this based off The Cut? Remember The Cut by Mr. Midside Justin? No, yeah, that was kind of that was based on, it was a fictional tale based on what happened with Zack Snyder's Justice League, with the Snyder Cut, with all the drama, with all that. Yeah, it almost seems like, oh wow, they're gonna make a series now. I mean, they have plenty of notes, right? I mean, they work for Warner Brothers. They kind of know the story that happened there, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be taking some of the things that might have happened when it came to this. But this has spiked my curiosity right here. I will be watching this because I'm kind of curious to see what they go over when it comes to this. But yes, the franchise. And making a dysfunctional, joyous hellscape of superhero movie making. That's going to be interesting. Kind of meta there. I like it. Curious. Very curious. Hey, there's going to be a live-action Pac-Man movie. Let's hope that Pac-Man is not voiced by Chris Pratt. If they announce that Chris Pratt is voicing Pac-Man, get the fuck out of here, okay? I like Chris Pratt, but my God, he's voicing Mario and Garfield already. Don't even think about doing it, which they won't. But yeah. Live-action Pac-Man movie, gonna be interesting. I'm guessing that Pac-Man is probably gonna some magic's gonna happen where he comes flying out of the game, and the little ghost guys are gonna come out of the game too, and it's gonna be obviously it's gonna be like how Sonic is. Some portal is gonna like open up or something like that. Who knows? And then this is interesting, guys. Tom Cruise. Okay, so I talked about this last week when it came to Tom Cruise and Chris McQuarrie. Chris McQuarrie said that he and Tom Cruise, like their next project was going to be something that was going to be out of the norm. It was going to be out of the wheelhouse of what Tom Cruise is normally doing. Apparently, this is it right here. Cruise, right here, if you see right here, it says exclusive, Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie plotting new musical action thriller. That's right. New musical action thriller. So Tom's going to start singing and dancing again. He did sing in Rock of Ages, which that movie didn't do that well. It was all right. Tom Cruise was fine. It's whatever. As Top Gun Maverick passed, of course, blah, blah, blah. We got all this. Cruise has been long, yeah. So they're talking about all this. And then not to mention, guys, this is what's really intriguing because they have four different projects. This is why we got to remove Christopher McQuarrie from directing anything that's going to be superhero related. No Superman, no Green Lantern. He gave his pitch at one point, but now he's just like, this is what's happening. Also looming large, the untitled film that Cruise intends to make with director Doug Liman and McQuarrie producing, the one that'll shoot in outer space with NASA and Elon Musk. SpaceX, that's right, that's still happening. Since Deadline broke the story about the plan, Universal signed on to be the studio. As Deadline subsequently reported, they've aligned with SEE1 film producer and blah, blah, blah. They're doing all that. And then so much for the notion of Cruise slowing down at the age of 60. If you've forgotten, his floor moves as, of course, Les Grossman. But there's also going to be a Les Grossman movie, apparently, that they're working on. So that's also exciting. Apparently, they're going to be working on some kind of thing, some kind of spinoff where Tom Cruise is going to play Les Grossman again. So looking forward to all that. Yeah, I like it. And congratulations to Barry Keoghan, or Keoghan, whatever, how you ever say his last name. He welcomed his first child, so that's good. And then raise your glasses. Miss Olivia Newton-John passed away today at the age of, I think it was 73. But yes, cheers to Olivia Newton-John. Quite a talent. And if you watch Grease, you watch Xanadu, you watch anything, if you did not have a crush on this woman, I don't know what's wrong with you, because, my God, she was gorgeous. But, yeah, cheers to Olivia Newton-John for passing away. So rest in peace to her. But, yeah, right there. So untitled space movie, new action thriller franchise, and then project focus on Les Grossman. So they're working on a lot. John Travolta even said, "My dearest Olivia, you made all of our lives so much better. Your impact was incredible. I love you so much. We will see you down the road, and we will all be together again. Yours from the moment I saw you, forever. You're Danny. You're John." So there you go. Rest in peace to her. And then, hey, look at this. We got some Ironheart. Look at that. Oh, my God. That looks pretty damn cool right there. I'm not going to lie. That looks pretty damn badass. Anybody? I mean, obviously, they're going to be doing the whole thing where she, just like they did with Robert Downey Jr., where they just put the mocap thing on and she's like wearing part of the costume. But look at that shit. Look at that. That looks badass. I think Ironheart might be something pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, this is, I didn't see anybody complaining about this, just like the Blue Beetle costume. I think that looks pretty badass. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hello there. Okay, I don't know if this is real or not. I hope it's real. Did Ewan McGregor really wear a Obi-Wan Kenobi shirt with Mr. McGinnis on there and it says hello there? Is this real? Please tell me this is real. It's probably a Photoshop, but I want that to be real. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. Zazie Beetz apparently is in talks to reprise her role as Sophie Demond in Joker Folie à Deux when it comes. I don't know. So she might be showing up. Who knows? Who knows? Mike Tyson, he's like, damn it, I don't want this Hulu series to be coming out. It's stupid series. I don't need this series to be coming out, man. So, yeah, apparently Mike Tyson is not too happy about the Hulu series about his life. We'll see what happens. I don't know. And then speaking of, you got Boss Logic right here, some art when it comes to Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. And then this is crazy, too. Apparently Anne Heche is in a coma right now after a car accident that she was in. At this time, Anne is in an extreme critical condition. She is in a coma and has not regained consciousness since shortly after the accident. I don't know what's going on with that, but man, hopefully she recovers, but that's pretty damn crazy right there. Anne Heche in a coma. Just a lot of downer news today, but hey, here's something that's kind of cool. Look at this shot. Here's a new behind-the-scenes shot of the final act of David Ayer's Suicide Squad that somebody posted. I'm not sure exactly how new it is, but I haven't seen it before. But yeah, there you go right there. That's pretty cool. Look at that shot. Obviously, that's what needs the most work when it comes to the Ayer cut, guys, is that final act. That final act, they fucked it up badly when it came to Studio Squad. So, you know, when it comes to how much is needed to finish the Ayer cut, you know, I've said it many times, under 10 million for sure. You know, and I know it's a lot harder now because David Zaslav is pinching every fucking penny that he can. But, you know, hopefully David is just like, you know, looking at everything and going, hey, you know, I can get it down to the minimal that he needs right there. And, yeah, so it's mainly, of course, going to be that final act right there. So we'll see what happens. And then, of course, Sonic 3 coming out December 20th of 2024. So you got to wait over like 2.5 years. Jesus Christ. Tell you what. But there you go. So there are the tweets, guys. There are the tweets. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all that. A lot to go over, of course. All right, let's really dive into this because look at the pretty much there's a theme today when it comes to today. It's all Warner Brothers, DC, all the stuff. Obviously, this is what we talk about a lot. But, yeah, this is what's happening today. This is what's been happening when it comes to all this. And, you know, the main thing is like a new Deadline article came out yesterday talking about the decisions made that Warner Brothers Discovery has to make. Okay, obviously, they've made some pretty interesting decisions when it comes to the past couple of weeks. Yes, there's been that. But then, of course, we're wondering what's happening with JJ, what's happening with cocksucker Hamada, what's happening with Ezra, which, of course, we'll talk about that too. What's happening with Cavill? I mean, it's all just kind of linked up together. All the topics today are just pretty much linked up together. But I wanted to go over this little article right here when it comes to, I won't go over, of course, the entire thing, but Deadline released an article yesterday. It was called The Dish, Amid Layoffs, How Dave Zaslav Might Deal with J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot, DC's Walter Hamada, and new Warner Brothers Pictures chiefs Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi. Which those two are coming in to save today. The other two are probably on their way out. WBD chief David Zaslav was busy on the eve of rumored layoff bloodbath across the company to cut at least $3 billion of debt off the books, there was the abrupt and cruel cancellation of Batgirl and the HBO Max animated feature Scoob, with the latter message delivered while the co-directors were in Morocco as one of them was getting married. That's so fucked up. There has also been rampant speculation there may be further trims of the HBO Max development slate of J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot after Abrams' big-ticket series, Demimande, if I'm saying that right, I don't know if I am, was scrapped in one of the new regimen's first moves. It's clear that the current DC Films head, Walter Hamada, is hanging by a spider web. Hanging by a spider web. That's right. It actually says that right there. Look at it. It says that. It's hanging by a spider web. I'm walking in a spider web. Just leave a message and I'll call you back. I don't know why that just hit my hand. No doubt. Anyways, but yeah. Sorry for the franchise. Yeah, wrong franchise. Zaslav enlisted former Disney chief Alan Horn to try to find a Kevin Feige to replicate the success that the Marvel superhero factory had and all that. So then it just goes over everything. Wall Street has less than impressed. The stock price dropped 16% after Zaz delivered a weak short-term forecast and promised to get under the hood and overhaul. Here's what's fascinating to anyone who has watched the studio since the acquisition by AT&T when Stan Key, Kylar, Sarnoff, all those guys, Emmerich, rivaled streaming juggernauts Netflix and Disney by leaning in and creating content for HBO Max. None of those people hold those positions anymore, and AT&T is bolted after discovering how incompatible the high cost of content creation has to its high debt load. Eesh. The scrapping of Batgirl and Scoob was triggered by a purchase accounting loophole that created more favorable financials in killing two completed movies Zaslav didn't really care about or like. The Dish has heard that participants with back-end buyout deals will get paid on those eventually, but it is small solace to the creatives, including Scoob team, that invested 4 years into the movie. Jesus Christ. It is not a good signal to the creative community coming after the studio tried currying favor with the money crowd by providing access to corporate thinking to the Wall Street Journal and elicited the admonition. I can't, I'm choking on my words again. That even sacred cows like Clint Eastwood and not get a free pass anymore. Remember the whole Clint Eastwood thing where he's like, yeah, what are we doing? You're actually giving Clint Eastwood a movie that bombed? I don't care if it's Clint Eastwood. So obviously he's talking about that. Zaslav wants to put forth there's a new sheriff in town vibe, which he's very much doing from what I gathered, just talking to people in that business, that this whole thing really shook up studios. Remember what we heard from what's his name when he tweeted out after all this happened that he got a phone call from somebody at another studio saying that, holy shit, this is something that's never happened. What the hell is going on right here? Let's see. But Warner Brothers probably permanently lost the patronage of Christopher Nolan, of course. Maybe he'll come back. Who knows? Aside from the fact that Paramount waited to release Top Gun Maverick until the pandemic passed and was rewarded a $1.3 billion global gross, most of WB's slate was quickly forgotten. What is troubling about the Kylar move now is that for all the tub thumping he did about increasing HBO Max monthly subscription fees, Zaslav just made it clear that the original feature content for the streaming service isn't his priority. So tonight, for you all, the one and only, yeah, that's right, I sang. That's right, I sang again. I kind of sang in my Walter Hamada video there too, if you want to hear like an a cappella type. We are in the moment where consumers are reevaluating the need to pay monthly subscription fees for Netflix and all of those. Why, after Kylar sacrificed the theatrical slate with all its production costs and neutered theatrical grosses, would it be wise to now let everyone know that HBO Max, or whatever they wind up calling it, will largely be comprised of retreads and discovery content as originals are giving lower priority? It is a little weird. And then it, of course, talks about J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot. Ever since HBO axed Abrams' ambitious sci-fi drama Demimande, if I'm saying that right, his first solo original creation since Alias. In June, Hollywood has been abuzz about what the merger of Warner Brothers and Discovery means for him and his Bad Robot business at the combined company. Word is that Zaslav wants to trim costs on the rich deal of at least get more output of its money. So it's still trying to, do all that. And then it says right here, the Bad Robot HBO Max rumors have been refuted by sources close to both Bad Robot and Warner Bros. Discovery, but it's clear that the relationship with the studio that Abrams has been with, on the TV side at least, since 2006 is increasingly coming under the microscope. Hey, Sebastian, thank you for becoming a new member right there. David Zaslav spent time with Abrams before the close of the merger earlier this year and is a fan. The issue is that not enough of his creations have been realized. No shit. Part of this down to timing. Some of it is down to money. On the further side, Abrams is coming off a major deal at Paramount, where he launched Cloverfield, Mission Impossible, and Star Trek. The rub: he is still involved in these franchises, particularly with another Cloverfield movie that is apparently in the works and a Star Trek sequel. Abrams does have a number of feature films in the works at WBD that include, of course, the Superman film, which is not fucking happening, I guarantee you, and all that, whatever. We don't need to say all that stuff. As Abrams' television slate, the decision for Demo Monday came down to budget. Bad Robot wanted to stay firm on the Daniel Dead Weiler fronted series budget of around $200 million, while Warner Brothers Discovery and HBO Max were looking to rein costs. So that was a pretty expensive exchange right there. Then they talk about all the other stuff that's also been there. And then, of course, number 2, leave Walter Hamada alone. Fuck no. No, we're not going to leave him alone. What are you talking about? Hamada this is where they start they start fluffing up Mr. Hamada right here, saying he became DC Films president in 2018 after the disappointing, you got to love this. You got to love this guy right here, guys. You got to love this sentence right here. Oh, this is beautiful. All right. Let me take a little drink. Oh, this is a good one right here. Hamada became president of DC Films back in 2018 following the disappointing failure of 2017's Justice League, another dark and dour Zack Snyder-directed superhero installment that grossed $658 million worldwide on a budget reported to be $370 million. Really? Really? Oh, yeah. You got to throw Zack Snyder's name in there because, yes, it was all him that put out that 2017 steaming piece of shit. Okay, that's good. That's real good. I love it. Gotta love that. Fucking deadline, right? They had to throw that in there, even though the writer very well knows what happened, but they still had to do that. You gotta fucking love that, right? You gotta love that. He knows, the author knows very well that was totally just rearranged in the studio, and Joss Whedon ripped that thing apart, and we actually have Zack Snyder's Justice League, which has been praised up the ass, but of course they had to still throw that as if Zack Snyder's Justice League never came out, and the whole Snyder Cut campaign never come out. I'm telling you, this is a fluffy, okay, so when it came to the rap and the Walter Hamada thing, when they were saying like, oh yeah, no, he's gonna remain, and Mr. Scoopy Pants saying like, oh yeah, Hamada's staying. Yeah, the rap is very much in the pockets of probably Hamada, probably Emmerich. When it comes to deadline, this could be JJ's and Bad Robot trying to save fucking face too. But at the same time, they're also trying to save the face of Walter Hamada. It's pretty ridiculous. Hamada might be the next best thing. Okay. He took the DC reins after shepherding a string of horror hits at New Line. Okay. Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th was a hit? Okay. I guess. I don't remember the remake of Friday the 13th or the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street being a fucking hit. Okay. Interesting. So, yeah, they're fluffing him up right there. Under his tenure, DC got its first 2 movies that grossed over $1 billion, James Wan's Aquaman and Todd Phillips' The Joker, which, of course, they tried to squash. We heard the stories. Man, they tried to squash that thing. It's fucking ridiculous. Hamada is also extending Reeves' Batman universe with standalone Penguin HBO series, which, okay, I guess if he's helping keeping that alive, then fine. I like, obviously, Matt Reeves' Batverse, but I'd give no credit to Walter Hamada. The Dish has heard that new Warner Brothers Motion Pictures chiefs Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdy are impressed with Hamada and his track record and spoke with him about staying on in the wake of Zaslav's killing of Batgirl, a move that greatly upset the... he was so upset. Bullshit. He was obsessed. Come on. Hamada will devote his attention on finishing up Black Adam in post. What is he doing exactly? He's just standing in the room with his arms crossed? Like, what are we doing? You know? What exactly is he doing? Even though Hamada took shrapnel on the Snyder Cut, yes, he should, of Justice League, by the way of social media barbs from Cyborg character Ray Fisher. The truth is, Zaslav never would have wasted $70 million making a new cut of a faulty film, as evidenced by canceling Batgirl after a single so-so test screening. That actually could be correct. Like, we're lucky that Kylar and some of those guys, Greenblatt or whatever the hell his name was, that they actually gave Snyder $70 million to finish his fucking movie, because it probably would not have happened with Zaslav. It replicates his genre, track record, a new line, blah, blah, blah. Then it says, number 3, give Mike and Pam the runway they'll need to make Warner Brothers successful. So, of course, this is just talking about the success of DeLuca and Abdy, which, yes, we're all looking forward to, and we're like, yes. Give them some of these, obviously they're doing what Toby was doing. So, it is good. We were all very much looking forward to what was happening when it came to them two coming over here and being like, all right, let's clean up some shit right now. But JJ, I'm telling you, JJ's not, I don't think he's going to last. He's not lasting and sounding like Hamada. To me, his days are numbered. We'll see what happens after Black Adam, which sadly, Black Adam is not tracking well, guys. And evidence is there. Dwayne Johnson, again, I like Dwayne Johnson, but it's like, wake up call. You don't put the butts in the seats like maybe you did before. Super Pets did not do well, so much that Dwayne Johnson showed the post-credit scene, and spoiler alert, I don't think anybody really cares now because everybody's like, Super what? Black Adam and Black Adam's dog shows up in the post-credit scene of Super Pets. They were trying to do something, which is like, all right, that's kind of cool that you were trying to link it up together, but you guys could have done something with fucking Shazam! But okay. Maybe they do something, we just don't know about it, but it just seems like nothing is happening on the front of the fact that Shazam and Black Adam at Comic-Con, for God's sakes, Dave Sandberg has never really talked to The Rock. He's expressed. They didn't do anything on stage. I don't know what's going on with that. But I'm just saying, well, we'll see what happens with Black Adam and the box office at Black Adam. Just saying, I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but Dwayne Johnson's trying. He's trying, but I don't know if it's going to be successful for him. I really don't. Dave, I'm going to DM you. Thank you, TJUC, for the $5 super chat. Dave, I'm going to DM you on Twitter with something I created if you are interested in seeing a real DC plan. I'm quite passionate. All right, send it to me, man. I'll look for it after I get done here. And then this just leads into, of course, this right here. Okay, any excuse to fill myself on the stream. I know it's weird. I don't find it awkward. It's my stream. Get over it. No, but Henry Cavill. So now, thank you again for the $5 super chat. When it comes to Henry Cavill, a lot of things were like showing up today. There was like it's like two different reports came out today. We have two different reports, and see. Okay, so the first one right here, that's not the first one. Let's see. Get out of there. Okay. Well, somebody sent me this one too. It's kind of funny, but I saw this one right here. From and it wasn't like Screen Rant was like the absolute one that was doing it. It says Warner Brothers reportedly reached out to Henry Cavill about Superman Return, and then it says right here Warner Brothers reportedly reached out and in hopes of sealing the brand new deal, and it would be the actor would reprise the role, and then it kind of says like he wasn't interested. First off, why are you using this image? Why are you using this image of him? That's again. Why are they using this image of Cavill? From Justice with the fucking whatchamacallit. And then somebody was, sending me this right here too that said Henry Cavill being approached to return as Superman in DCU, but he doesn't want to do it. So yeah, basically saying no interest. And there's some things that were discussed over the weekend on Twitter Spaces with Eric Davis and of course Scoopy Pants, which was interesting. I didn't get to listen to it because I'm blocked by Scoopy Pants. So I was getting like the bullet points from other people. But it is, when it comes to all this, I mean, Jesus Christ, I don't know about you guys, but I just want it to be announced already. I want something to happen. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, fuck, can Cavill just come back already? It's been so back and forth. Like, he is coming, he's not. He's no, he's not. And then, of course, there's like the scooping game out there. It's been saying that he's been in negotiations since like 1997 for coming back, for some, it's just like, how many posts can you see out there? How many headlines say that he's been in discussion? He's going to do this movie. He's going to do that movie. And you get a Cavill, you get a Cavill, and you get a Cavill. It's like, Jesus Christ. I'm just kind of like, God damn it. Can we just get it announced already? And I've even gone back and forth, even talking to people I know that are like hearing things, and I'm like, is he back? Is he not? He's asking for too much. They're offering him too little. And then one thing that with talking today, which was very interesting, which I thought about, because obviously we talk about the cameos of Cavill coming back as Superman, and the first cameo, of course, would be in Black Adam. And you kind of just go, all right, well, wait a minute here. Maybe Cavill's being smart about this. Maybe him and his people are kind of being smart about this. Because what if Cavill is kind of, he's licking his finger and going, and kind of seeing the wind not blowing in the direction of Black Adam? I mean, I'm sure it's like he might have been maybe he's had some conversations with Dwayne Johnson. I don't know. But do we really think that a Henry Cavill Superman could save Black Adam from not being a box office dud? Do you think like a little scene at the end is going to drive enough people to the movie theater to really warrant him showing back? I mean, to me, it's like Cavill, we all know what he wants. And I'm going to bring up a video right here that I saw on the timeline. But do we really think that that's going to be enough for him to be like, I mean, obviously he wants to have his own Superman movie and to continue on as Superman, but is there enough buzz for him to show up in Black Adam? Is there enough, because what if you just kind of you're looking at the tracking numbers, you're kind of going, yeah, the hype is kind of not there for Black Adam. Do I really want to have my comeback be there? But then at the same time, you're looking at all the hype that happened when it came to Comic-Con. Maybe you have to take that in. It's a pretty interesting decision. Again, we have Henry Cavill right here, who is, by far the perfect guy, the absolute perfect guy to play Superman. Kind of between The Rock and a hard place, which is Warner Bros. It's like, all right, do I show back up in there and just kind of risk the fact that might not be a box office success? Do I just do it because I want to have my Superman movie? There's all kinds of factors. It seems like Cavill is always just on his own, where he's just trying to make a decision of what does he exactly want to do? Remember when it came to November 17th of 2019, he's the one, he didn't tweet out, release the Snyder Cut, because obviously he was stuck between, Zack in a hard place. But then all of a sudden he shows up for the Man of Steel watch, and they announce Zack Snyder's Justice League, and he's there for it. But here's this old video right here, which is with anybody who says that he's not interested in doing Superman again, we got this right here, of course.
Really fleshing out Superman's early stages of his journey first. We had Man of Steel, and then we went quite a bit darker with Batman v Superman. And if he were to succumb to the anti-life equation and become bad Superman, I really wanted to make sure that we saw the hero, Superman, and we saw the true symbol of hope, the beacon of light, before we went down the path of darkness and then redemption. And still something that I am very keen to flesh out.
Yeah, talking about that, of course. Still
Man of
keen to
Steel.
flash out.
And Superman who...
And of
in a
course he
world
talks
where-
about all kinds of stuff. But the main thing was like that opening that he had right there when he talks about fleshing it out just a little bit more. He's very interested, and that's the thing, because one of the things that he wants is creative control. I think he wants, some creative control with whoever is going to be directing it and writers and stuff like that. I think he wants to be in the writer's room. I think he very much wants that. And that's what's so up in the air when it comes to all that stuff. And I know there's people out there that are just guaranteeing you that he's going to be showing up. He's going to be he's in Black Adam. He's all this stuff like that. But pump the brakes, guys. Pump the brakes, because it's just like, as I want it to be there, but at the same time, I'm like, I could see the hesitation. It's like, all right, if I'm going to have my triumphant return, do I want it to just to be a cameo in Black Adam? And is his cameo going to be enough to actually help that movie, which is not really tracking as much hype as we'd hope it'd be? I don't know. That's the thing. But maybe he would have to. Maybe maybe it's just like, all right, you have to show up in this movie. You have to show up in Shazam. You're going to show up in possibly, I don't know if he's going to show up in Aquaman. Maybe he does. I don't know, but there's been reports too that Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman's going to be showing up. Obviously, we kind of got the hint that she probably will be showing up in Shazam. I don't know about Black Adam, but maybe showing up in Aquaman. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things where it's like, all right, well, at least they're trying to keep things connected. I don't know if this is part of the 10-year plan, but I mean, obviously, when they're looking at numbers of everything that's happening right now, I mean, obviously they're going like, well, people want I think the top names that we're seeing when it comes to all this is Henry Cavill. It is Ben Affleck, So, I mean, it's crazy how the ball is very much in their courts. I've been saying that a while for Ben Affleck. Like, oh yeah, don't be screaming at Warner Media and Warner Brothers for the Ben Affleck movie. Scream at Ben Affleck. He's the one. I mean, I think they'd very much be welcome to do his movie, but it's up to him if he wants to do it. And we got to keep him in a healthy spot. We already know the difficulties that guy's gone through. When it comes to Cavill, it's like I think he just wants to make sure that he doesn't get fucked up again. I mean, look at what they did to his pretty face, which, I mean, again, why did the writer of Screen Rant use that as a featured image? So many other beautiful images of Henry Cavill as Superman. You're going to use the one from Justice League? Okay, I guess. A decision that was made, apparently, but I don't know. But we'll see, guys. Like I said, I as much as I would love to be like, oh yeah, it's gonna happen. I'm always pumping the brakes. If you want to listen to some of the scooping game out there and that are guaranteeing that it's all said and done, then fine, that's perfectly fine. But right now, I'm just saying, like, let's just wait. Got to take it day by day, and hopefully, eventually, it'll get there. It'll get there when it comes to all this stuff. I mean, fingers fucking crossed. Fingers, toes, balls, all of them crossed. And then we got Ezra Miller. Jeez. Oh, it's like, man. Yeah. I mean, that's another thing that David Zaslav has to make a decision on, is what's going to be happening with Ezra Miller, because it's just, as much as we're like, okay, Ezra hopefully is getting help, staying low. Nothing else is coming out, right? Nothing? No more? Not quite, because, well, let's face it. The media, anything Ezra Miller comes across their table, guess what? They're going to report it. And this is the new one right here, guys. The Flash star Ezra Miller charged with felony burglary in Vermont. Oh, fucking hell, man. Come on. But yeah, so according to the police report, Vermont State Police were notified of a burglary complaint from a resident in Stamford at 5:55 p.m. on this is back in May 1st, police found that several bottles of alcohol were taken from the residence while the homeowners were not present. After collecting statements and looking at surveillance videos, police found probable cause to charge Miller with felony burglary into an unoccupied dwelling. Police located Miller on August 7th at 11:23 p.m. and issued them a citation to appear in Vermont Superior Court on September 26th. According to Rolling Stone, we don't need a fucking Rolling Stone. But yeah, so apparently I don't know, this was some kind of friend thing, this was whatever. There's been, of course, this is back in May, stealing alcohol, is it a felony? Some people are questioning, is it really like that extreme? But then at the same time, it doesn't matter. Because everybody's just passing around going, Ezra needs to be stopped, needs to be recast, all that stuff. And then, of course, Flash Movie News, they posted that, hey, we very much know, like, a lot of things. But what's interesting about when it comes to the whole Ezra situation, this article also came out today, too. From The Insider. This was today as well. Takata Iron Eyes speaks out, says, Flash star Ezra Miller never groomed or abused her. So again, going back to the whole thing where they're talking about Ezra grooming and abusing people and young people and all this stuff, this also came out today too, which is interesting. Now, of course, I'm not subscribed to The Insider, but this article did come out basically stating Taka Iron Eyes told Insider the Flash actor never groomed or abused her. She spoke to Insider as part of an investigation detailing new allegations that Miller ran a cult in Iceland. Apparently, Ezra is running a cult in Iceland, is traveling to the U.S. with guns. Takata's parents say Miller left bruises on her daughter's body, restricted her phone access, and verbally abused her. And she said, no, that is not the case. So there's all that too. But like I said, guys, and like what I've been saying, we're all just kind of waiting for Ezra's side to come out and just kind of be like, all right, what are we hearing here? And there's things that are behind the scenes. More people in the know than I am. There's a lot of people that are more in the know and kind of more focusing on this thing than I am. I'm just kind of waiting for that side to come out to be like, what exactly is fully happening here? I mean, it sucks because everything looks bad. On social media, it looks bad, but then at the same time, you start looking at this article about, this whole new thing right here back in May, and you start seeing that, and you're kind of going like, Jesus Christ, like the media, the trades, anything Ezra Miller comes across their desk, they're going to put it out there because obviously it's the hot topic. It's a hot topic, and it doesn't look good. Obviously, now, a lot of people are obviously going to correlate to the whole Batgirl being canceled, and they're going, why aren't you canceling The Flash? Why aren't you canceling The Flash? You cancel Batgirl that stars a Latina, that's directed by people of color. They do that whole thing because that's when it comes to 2022, you're obviously going to focus on that. And yes, the optics look bad, and you're going to keep The Flash going. Dave Zaslav, last week on your call, you're saying that The Flash is good and everything is going to be moving forward. They're still going to release it. Why aren't you canceling that? It's like, okay, let's pump the brakes on that as well, because this movie is like twice as much, costs twice as much. It's got a lot more people in it. It's got a crazy multiverse goddamn story to it. It's a little bit different than over here. So obviously it's like, yeah, and it was always meant to be theatrical. And they've already poured in a lot of money into that. So it's like, what do? You just can't cancel that. You can't cancel that. It's a little bit different than it is over here when it comes to Batgirl. As much as I don't agree with them canceling it, it's a whole different beast. It's a completely different beast when it comes to the scope of both of these movies. It really is. That's why when people say that, and the thing is, they're going to continue on saying that, and it's what everybody's going to always fall back on. Yes, the optics don't look good over here when it comes to Batgirl, but at the same time, it's like, they're just not going to, it's going to get released. It's going to get released, and of course, the whole notion of people thinking that they're just going to replace Ezra, and that would be pretty crazy if they end up doing that, but I don't think they're going to do that either. It's like, I think they're going to end up leaning into the controversy. I don't know. It's all pretty crazy, but it's just funny how first the Insider article came out, and then all of a sudden we get this, oh yeah, Ezra, you got charged again for burglary now of alcohol and everything, and back in May, and I don't know. It's a lot of things, and again, I just tell everybody, let's just be patient. More stuff's coming out. Their side, I mean, and Warner Brothers, I don't know whenever they're going to actually fully give a statement on the whole situation. I don't know. And I know with everything that comes out, they're probably just going, oh, God damn it. Like, more? Really? God damn it. Like, Jesus Christ. So, I mean, we still got a lot of time between now and when The Flash comes out. So, yeah. I mean, I'm with you. Like, I'm with everybody. We're just like, Jesus Christ, can nothing more come out, please? But it just doesn't seem like we can't get to that spot. But at the same time, I'm like, let's just be patient. Let's just be patient when it comes to this. But the fact that everybody's always going to throw in the whole Batgirl thing, that's always going to be an issue. The optics don't look good. Which then leads right into Batgirl. And there's a petition. There's a petition from the city of Glasgow, where they shot Batgirl, which is poster right here. There's a whole petition. The hell's that noise? Glasgow's very own mini Batgirl agrees. The cast and crew of Batgirl deserve better and seeking justice. So basically, we have the change.org right here. And look at how many people, almost at 1,500. Again, these really never do anything. But, yeah, apparently lots of people put their heart and soul into the movie. And for it to be taken away from them and not be seen is an insult to all involved. I saw the firsthand. Some scenes being filmed, the cast and crew worked so hard on it. Hashtag released Batgirl. So we have, of course, the petition. We knew that stuff like this was happening. People are going to be campaigning for Batgirl to be released. I mean, to be honest, I'm still just kind of going like, my whole theory of like, Jesus Christ, is Warner Brothers Discovery and Zaslav, are they playing a little bit of 4D chess where it's like, all right, do this and then see what happens? Because literally, if they were just to put it on HBO Max or whatever the hell, if they were just to literally just put it on there, they wouldn't even have to put any marketing behind it because the marketing, again, is currently happening right now. With that hashtag, now, is that hashtag going to get as big as the Snyder Cut hashtag? No, of course it's not. It's not going to get that big. But the fact of the matter is the release of the Snyder Cut hashtag, that whole campaign for the last, for 3 years really changed things. And when you cancel a movie outright, it's like, all right, but then, of course, you have the whole tax write-off thing, which would then make it impossible for them to release it. But then at the same time, you're just kind of going like, I mean, man, maybe they just drop it. I don't know. And then just, no, I don't know. But then again, streaming, like I said, I don't think these studios were ready for streaming. But it is kind of funny that the city of Glasgow is totally back in this and folks that live there, because when they were filming that, there was controversy when they were filming it. Because remember, they were converting shops like on those streets into shops that would be existing in Gotham. And apparently it was killing business. They were moving cars, like people who parked their cars that lived in the city. They were moving the cars and they couldn't find their cars. I mean, there was all kinds of things that were happening when they were filming there that the city of Glasgow did not quite like. They did not like. So I'm thinking this is almost like, oh yeah, this is a reaction to it though. It's like, we went through all this bullshit of you guys filming here, and now you're not releasing the movie? Are you fucking kidding me here? So I think I think that's what the main thing is. Like, they're mad. It's like, hey, we had to struggle through the months of shooting that you guys did, and now you're not going to release the movie? Are you kidding me? Like, I lost money. I lost, business. My business went down, and I almost lost my business or something like that. Who knows if it went that extreme? So you kind of almost understand that it's like, hey, please release this, because, like, get it out there, because I went through hell. I went through a little bit of hell while you guys were shooting this damn thing. So it's all very interesting. But I'm just kind of wondering, it's like, hey, like how, I mean, again, you could utilize this. You got free marketing that's happening right now for this movie. You could actually utilize that and release it without really putting any money into the marketing. I've been saying that ever since it was canceled. But again, I'm not Zaslav. I'm not his crew. They're looking at the bottom lines and the numbers and all that stuff. I'm just a fucking idiot who has spiky hair, glasses, and a mustache, and with a Superman shirt talking shit into a microphone on YouTube. That's why he's running a studio, and he's a billionaire, and I do this and drink cheap wine, very cheap wine. Ain't life grand? Yeah, that's right. But anyways, guys, yeah, so there you go. This whole stream was just about like, hey, you know, Warner Brothers making decisions. They need to make decisions about this whole thing right here. They made a decision right here. They need to make a decision about this, and they really need to make a decision about this guy right here. So a lot of decisions that need to be made when it comes to this whole thing. But it's fun to talk about, right, guys? It's fun to talk about, right? I mean, you know, they don't have a cohesive, like, full-on plan for DC, but at least we have all this drama, right? We have all this drama. That's what it's all about, the drama, right? My God.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
Oh, at least that guy's making some good shit over somewhere else. Anyways, all right, so let's go to the Twitter questions. All right, here we go. We got Tet or Zed. Is Warner Brothers broke because they've been pouring so much money on Deadline for puff pieces? When it comes to that, you guys got to realize that these executives very much utilize these trades to their own advantage, okay? When it comes to the rap, Variety, you know, certain authors that they have on these trades, they will tap into them to try to make them look better. They will. That's the thing. They utilize the media. I mean, it's just like what politicians do when it comes to that stuff. So, yeah. So, Warner Brothers Discovery is, you know, in very much debt. They're not broke, but I guess debt is a form of broke. I don't know. I mean, it's like the money's coming in, but they're trying to pay back all that money. I don't know. There's so much, but they're in. They inherited so much debt when it came to AT&T. Eric, so Dave, amid all the focus on Ezra, the tweet of Ray Fisher about Hamada has me thinking. Hamada is gone. Apparently by October. Let's hope. The Flash is scheduled for next year. So when's the additional photography reshoots happening after Hamada's retirement? I mean, a lot of people are speculating that there's going to be there might be some reshoots that happen with the Flash. We talked about this briefly on Vodka Stream, and yeah, fingers crossed that they might be like, hey, Fisher, we want you back as Cyborg. Can you shoot a little scene for us? Let's hope. Let's see. Claytalian. I feel like this question is more relevant after the recent Ezra news. Do you think it's possible, especially if they get some kind of tax write-off for Batgirl, that they replace Ezra in The Flash, hence the delay, and or repurpose the film into a crisis-type event? Maybe add Cavill Superman or more Batfleck. The only thing that I see what you're saying there, Clay, but at the same time, I just go, it just sounds like another director getting this movie ripped apart and a bunch of fucking long hours and rushed reshoots that give like a poor quality film. That's the thing. That's the thing. Oh yeah, look at that. Top Gun Maverick is coming back to the theaters. I thought it was still in the theaters. I don't know. Like I said, the mustache will probably leave as soon as Top Gun Maverick leaves theaters, because, you know, I am getting kind of tired of it. But we'll see. Austin released the Ayer cut and needs higher numbers. I agree with you, sir. It definitely does. Ryan, I think Paramount leaves Top Gun Maverick in theaters for the next 2 to 3 weeks just to clobber number 6. What are your chances? Oh, yeah. Look at that. It's creeping up to Infinity War. Domestic right there. Creeping up. Carrie, hey Dave, regarding Ezra, I think I'm just going to wait and see if he actually goes to trial for any of the charges to believe any of them at this point. I am crazy for choosing this stance. Am I crazy? No, you're not. Be patient. That's what we got to do. We got to be patient with all this because, you know, I mean, obviously headlines always stir up everybody's emotions, but man, I tell you what. Also, what's your favorite Chinese food entree? I mean, it was. I like some. I like some good old just teriyaki chicken on rice. That's considered Chinese food, right? I don't know. I'm just good with and then wontons. Is that no? That's more Thai, right? I don't know. I always get confused on like which came where, But I'm a sucker for some teriyaki chicken. Man, I'm getting hungry right now. Andrew. Which of these two canceled films would you have loved to have come to pass and would work Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire or Tim Burton's Batman 3? I mean, come on, man. You know I'm a Batman fan. I actually would have wanted to see Tim Burton's third Batman film. I really wanted to see that. So, yeah, that one. Kenny, Davey, I've said this many times before, and I know fans love him. Henry Cavill's a good Superman with great potential to be a great Superman on film, but his Superman and Clark Kent is underdeveloped so far on film. Yeah, because he was given it more time. It's not underdeveloped. I would say like maybe more of his Clark Kent, but I'm just saying his Superman needs to evolve. Yes, that's what Snyder was trying to do there, Kenny. That's what he was trying to do. For me, the TV version of Superman, Tyler Hoechlind's, yes, because they were able to give more time to Superman. Zack was trying to establish his Superman and get him to the point where people wanted to, and then of course have another director carry him on. But Warner Brothers fucked that up. I honestly think DC Films needs a reboot, which might be the case. Who knows what will happen? But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like Snyder was wanting to do that. Devon Wooter, I have a question for you. What day you think the Black Adam trailer 2 will come out? Not the one from Comic-Con, but something new. I hope Superman is in the movie. Yeah, a lot of people are hoping for that. I just wonder if it's going to save it. I'm sure they'll release another trailer probably, I would say, September? Maybe the beginning of October? EVM, do you think Idris Elba will be joining the Green Lantern series? No. Or will they call Wayne T. Carr for the role of Jon Stewart? Nah, I doubt that too. Yeah, saw that. Do you think Keaton is done as Batman? Oh, well, he's going to be in The Flash. He won't be replaced. The Marvel Maniac. How can Zaslav say he wants to protect the DC brand while continuing to not take action on the Flash film, which has become a public embarrassment and PR nightmare thanks to Ezra? This is the worst kind of timing for these charges to happen amidst the WBD call. I know. Oh, and I'm sure they're taking in that consideration, and they're like, fuck, man. Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to be throwing that out there. Anytime something Ezra comes out, they're going to be doing that. So they have to be, I'm sure they're cooking up some kind of plan with all that. Do you think Swamp Thing will be back for season 2? Probably not. Darian? Pure speculation, but what's your best guess on the direction David is taking with DCU? Full reboot or a continuation of... I think right now they're just kind of like, they probably have like two options. It's like build around Cavill and maybe some Ben Affleck. I don't know. But then at the same time, they're like, well, if there's a 10-year plan, if those guys aren't going to play ball, it's going to be a full-on reboot. Ronak, Black Adam is 2 months away, and it's crazy that we only got one proper trailer. Which trailer? I would say the Comic-Con's the proper one. I don't know. Yeah, dude, I don't understand people calling Zaslav racist, of course. Yes, I mean, that's just where we are right now. And it's kind of funny, too, because, he's spend that much money on that. You spend that much money on a studio, it's like, there's no room to be ahead of a studio and be racist, okay? That'd be bad for business in 2022. It's just they looked at the numbers, and sadly, sometimes things are going to get cut, and it's going to be cut when you have a certain type of lead or something like that. It's, that's what's so crazy. I mean, like, they're still very much backing up Black Adam, which has a very diverse cast. Aquaman 2, which, of course, has also, Jason Momoa as a lead, so it's like, yeah. But at the same time, I understand the optics. I really understand the optics. It doesn't look good. It really doesn't look good. But if you're going to have some racial intent when it comes to that, that's not a way to run a studio, and there's no way that that's going to fly. That's just bad for business. So that's why I'm never going to like take that approach, but I get that the optics don't look good. All right, guys, holy shit. This has been an intense stream, and I appreciate you guys sticking around and listening to me just yammer on about this stuff. I tell you what, like I said, not a clear slate and everything that's happening when it comes to this shit, but the drama is intense. Anything could happen, and a lot of us are talking about it, and a lot of us are just kind of like the speculations and trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Kind of exciting, but at the same time, we're just kind of going, can this guy right there, we just need that guy to just wear this again. Yes, another excuse to rub myself on my own stream. Anyways, all right, guys, hit that like, thumbs up button. As you guys take off, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm doing this stuff. Share the stream if you would be so kind. Do that. Share it on the various social media stuff. All my social media stuff is all around me. Patreon, I'm trying to give you guys updates as I hear stuff on my Patreon. Stuff that I might not even talk about publicly. So check that stuff out. And had fun with the Patreon family over the weekend, talking to them on a stream. That was fun. So do all that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same Junkee time, same Junkee channel. All right, guys. Love ya. Talk to you later.